Ok, allora io direi che iniziamo a dare il benvenuto, magari in italiano, nei 2 minuti di attesa. Bene, per chi si sta connettendo, buonasera a tutti e benvenuti a questo webinar Learning through Playing, First Steps Toward Literacy, organizzato da Reedoc.com e da Geomag Education. Vi anticipo, non per farvi scappare, ma per farvi rimanere con grande interesse, che faremo questo webinar in lingua inglese, in realtà un po' in doppia lingua, ripeteremo delle parti in inglese, però magari così a metà webinar ci dite anche voi quali sono i feedback, visto che questo è il nostro primo esperimento in lingua inglese, ovvero in doppia lingua.
There's a message from Peter.
Sì. Audio a posto, video fluido. Grazie Peter.
Cosa dite? Iniziamo?
Yes.
Nella chat c'è scritto di qualcosa per noi? Ah, ok. Qualcuno che ci saluta. Ottimo.
Yes.
Ok. Allora direi... So, let's start. Ok. Buonasera a tutti. Sono Chiara di Reedoc.com e qui con me c'è l'altra Chiara, che chi ha già iniziato a seguire questo ciclo di webinar organizzati da Reedoc e Geomag probabilmente già conosce. Allora io passo all'inglese perché la nostra idea è appunto quella di fare un primo esperimento di webinar in inglese. So welcome everybody to the webinar with the title Learning Through Playing, First Steps Toward Literacy, organized by Reedoc.com and Geomag. I'm very pleased to present Catherine and Ivana from Geomag Education, who are with us tonight. And I'd like to take the opportunity to inform you that this webinar will be recorded and made available the next few days. You will receive an email with the link to the recording. I think that all of you know Reedoc.com, the digital learning platform, highly accessible, based on gamification, with contents from early childhood, preschool, through university, mathematics, the first exam of mathematics to university. We started, as many of you already know, our early years project, the preschool section of the platform during the lockdown last spring. And at that time, we contacted Geomag to start working on a couple of projects. The results actually is the section that you can see completely free on our website, Geomag Scuola dell'Infanzia in Italian and Preschool in English. I'm sure that you all know very well Geomag, the construction toy based on magnetism, and I'll pass you over to Catherine now from Geomag Education. Catherine, please.
Hi there. I'll just say a few words about Geomag Education before we start. We believe that learning by playing is incredibly important for a child's development. Our products all originate as toys, but their innate qualities make them so suitable for any school or teaching environment. What in fact we've done is we've taken our play platforms and reinterpreted them for a classroom setting. The education project started out with our famous magnetic rods and spheres, but now includes all the other Geomag platforms, specifically Magic Cube, which we'll be talking about now. Magnetism is the key ingredient to all our sets. It's fun, it arouses curiosity, it's inclusive. Everyone enjoys playing with magnets, and they make the activities easy and accessible to all abilities, which is probably key to the success of the sets. Magnetism stimulates intuition. You can't see the magnetic force, but you can feel it. And for young kids, it's like magic, and they automatically want to know more. Both the rods and the magnetic cubes encourage children to experiment, create, and reproduce. And with these elements, we enter the world of STEM learning, which is an interdisciplinary approach where students apply science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in contexts that represent real-world experiences.
Buonasera a tutti, io sono Ivana e vi riassumo in 2 parole quanto raccontato da Catherine. In Geomag Education crediamo che imparare giocando sia molto importante per lo sviluppo dei bambini Le qualità dei nostri giocattoli li rendono sia divertenti che educativi, quindi adatti ad essere utilizzati dagli insegnanti all'interno delle loro classi. Sicuramente tutti conoscerete il classico Geomag, che è costituito da barrette e sfere, ma oggi invece parliamo di Magic Cube, che sono dei fantastici cubetti magnetici. La chiave è quindi sempre il magnetismo, che è un po' magico e rende i nostri prodotti inclusivi, in quanto giocare è sempre intuitivo e rende accessibile il prodotto anche a persone con diversi tipi di abilità. Sia le barrette che i cubi stimolano la fantasia dei bambini, la manualità e la voglia di sperimentare, creare e riprodurre. Grazie a queste caratteristiche Geomag è entrato nel mondo STEM, che si caratterizza per essere un approccio interdisciplinare che aiuta a trasformare gli insegnamenti su scienza, tecnologia, matematica e ingegneria in capacità da applicare nel mondo reale.
And actually, for this reason, we decided to start our collaboration. At Reedoc and Geomag, we put kids always at the heart of what we do. Of course, we think about parents and teachers, but kids are at the real center of what we do, as it's essential for us to learn by playing and having fun. It's true that we come from two very different realities. On one hand, Reedoc.com is a pure digital platform, learning platform, and on the other hand, Geomag it is a practical construction toy that, of course, is based on magnetism, so it's very much based on STEM concept: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And we truly think that in the modern world today, these two kinds of realities, apparently so far away, in reality must exist side by side, promoting new ideas and effective solutions for the school years. As I've just said, STEM learning is fundamental for both of our projects. We started from math years ago, and we have developed a number of different contents. Geomag has started from STEM in general, the magnetism, and with both Reedoc and Geomag, kids, students can learn, I would say, more than study, math, Italian, English, lots of different topics. Geomag, as we said, is very well known worldwide for its magnetic roads. But Ivana, what exactly are magic cubes?
They are magnetic cubes that attach on all 6 sides, which makes it possible to build in both 2D and 3D. They can also remain suspended. Thanks to the magnetism, they are much easier for small children to use, starting from a year old. And it helps them to be more creative, because they are not limited to stacking towers, but they can build animals, buildings, bridges, and many other creative constructions in 3D. Just with 4 cubes, you can make a duck. What's more, they are made of recycled plastic. Sustainability is a key feature of the company, and 100% of the factory is powered by hydroelectric energy.
Well, I think that it's truly important to underline also the sustainability concept embodied by Geomag products. But Catherine, please tell us about the word building set, the key topic of today.
Okay, so basically, we're now going to look at some of the activities that can be done with the magic cubes and the letter set. Ivana, in her picture there, is going to be demonstrating while I explain what we're going to do. The important thing to note from the start, the clips all attach to the cubes, but they themselves are not magnetic. Okay. So we'll begin by looking at ways to learn the alphabet, recognizing the letters. All the things that we're going to do now are just suggestions of some of the ways that you can use the clips. So there are 2 colors, blue for consonants and red for the vowels. There are basically a series of games that you can play. If each child, for example, takes a letter, chooses a letter, attaches it to a cube, holds it up to their friends, and then they have to read out the letter that's on the cube, in that case D or F, or maybe they'll just do it phonetically, D and F, that depends. Okay. Then put all the letters that they've chosen, put them all together, make an alphabet snake, for example. So again, they can learn to read out the alphabet, have fun, put the letters together. Another idea at the beginning, you can build a couple of towers with the cubes. On one of the towers, you can attach as many consonants as they can find. And then again, read out all the letters that they put onto the tower, T, M, G, C, and T, for example. And then on the other tower, do the same, but put the vowel sounds all onto the tower. And again, recognize the letters, read them out. O and A, E and A. Okay. Then basically they can start doing their first words. But they start off always, as you know, with CVCs, consonant, vowel, consonant words. They're just little 3-letter words. And we've got a series of picture clips just to start off with, gives them a couple of ideas of words to form. I'd start probably by giving them the word already on the cubes, and then they can go and look for the matching picture. There you go, dog. And then they'll read that and then go and find the picture that matches. On the other hand, the other thing you could do is give them the picture. For example, this, cat. And then they'll go and find the letters to form the word. And of course, they can do this multiple times with companions, on their own, with their parents. Okay. So this is some of the things. Obviously, you don't need things with the picture. They can make up words independently, but of course, the picture is a good starting point. Okay. The other thing you can do, take the cubes and build around the vowel sounds. Just put the vowel in the middle, any vowel, and then they can make up a word around the vowel sound. Start to build around it. It's fun looking for the letters. There, bat. Okay. Change it. Yes, there are many options. They might enjoy doing different ones all on the same 3 cubes, or make up other groups of 3-lettered words. The next thing I would do is probably take a consonant, put it on the first as the first letter, and let them then make another 3-letter word. Box. There you go. And so on. So this is endless. There with all the letters that they've got. All right. From there, they can start playing games with whoever's with them. So they make a 3-letter word. The next person can attach another word to it, another couple of letters to make another word. And you make again. Snake, jam, mug. And so on. Okay. And that can go on for ages. Bag. Okay. Endlessly. And then once they get super good at writing out these words, because Magic U, they're all magnetic, you can actually build a sort of 3D Scrabble, which Ivana will show you now. How taking in turns is good fun. Start with cat, and then it would be my turn, but she's going to play for me. Net. Okay, start building up, and then you can build across. Nut. We've got examples of this. You could build huge structures with them, because of course they can build. There you go. That's on the front of our booklet with the suggestions. So as you can see, it's good fun. It's stuff you can do on your own. It's stuff you can do with just one other person, with an adult, or with a group of kids the same age as you. So it's, there's lots to do. Chiara at Reedoc, then they have taken this word building platform of ours, and they've put it into digital form, which is very exciting. So Chiara.
Exactly. So now I will share my desktop. Here we are. Do you see me?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay, good. So this is Reedoc.com, as you know. In the section Scuola Infanzia, You can find the Geomag section in Italian, already seen in other webinars. If you click here, you go to the English version. The English version hosts the Geomag chapters regarding math, English word building, nursery rhymes, and story building. Let's go through the word building to be coherent with the presentation made by Catherine till now. In this chapter, English word building, you can see 3 lessons: learn letters, learn words, and build words. These lessons basically follows the examples presented by Catherine, as we actually try to put on a digital platform the guidelines, the ideas, the exercises that you can find in the Geomag boxes, I would say, on the platform. For example, let's go through the learn letter lessons. You can see here a video of the presenting Magic Cube. A small reminder for our Geomag special offer, the combined offer by Reedoc and Geomag. You can find also on our websites. And then you see that we have presented the cubes, the vowels, the whole alphabet, always with the support available on Reedoc of the text-to-speech. You can push here, you play, and a female voice reads all the content. That is actually a very accessible elements of the platform, very useful for kids, eventually using Reedoc in an independent way. The lesson has also 3 levels of exercises, interactive exercises, presenting once again the exercises, the ideas presented by Catherine. What is it? You can use the voice, of course, and you can see different options. Well, let's make a mistake. Try again. Once again, the mistake. Okay, the exercise you can try twice. In the second attempt, the platform tells you with the colors the right answer vis-a-vis the answer chosen by the kid, and you can go on. So you can find in these lessons also, for example, the exercises read and match presented by Catherine. Match the word to the picture using the clips. Having also the opportunity here with this link to download the pictures. Now I'm opening the PDF. Downloading the pictures available on the clip, on the clips inside the box. Of course, this gives to you the opportunity to play around, also downloading, cutting, actually playing in different ways with the kids. Always the exercises follow the contents, and then we have the build the words lesson. Once again, starting from build from a consonant, build around the vowels. You remember the example presented by Catherine and Ivana, always with the possibility to download pictures and alphabet, and also with the interactive exercises. So you can find here, let's say, the digital version with guidelines of the playing suggested by Magic Cubes and presented by Ivana and Catherine. Now I think that we can...
we were going to... Berry, are there any questions so far?
Well, I'll ask you, what is the right age to play with both Geomag, Magic Cubes and Reedoc?
I think basically, 5 years old. Well, in British schools, I think American schools as well, you'd start learning the letters the first year of primary school, or reception year, which is between 4 and 5. Of course, these are games that and things that people do with children that are keen to learn at a younger age. So we actually put +3. So I'd say basically from kindergarten on, but that of course depends on the different approaches that people have towards learning to read and write. Some people, prefer that they wait actually to start at school. But I think, that these are good, it's good fun, this. So you're playing with the letters, recognizing them. It's not sort of hard grind sitting down and actually learning them. It, sing along, alphabet songs and so on. So definitely 3+. And I think sort of scholastically speaking, we see it as a thing for the first 2 years of school. And Chiara, would you say the same? For your platforms mirrors us really?
Well, actually, we suggest Reedoc.com started from 5 years old. But it's true that with the support of the text-to-speech, can be very easy also for kids, let's say left alone, playing with Reedoc in an independent way. It's true that it's crucial to, let's say, introduce to kids the platform, starting to play with them. And then, of course, on that basis, on that experience with a teacher, with a parent, they can go on independently. I think that this is the best way to approach the use of Reedoc.com for a kid.
We have another question. Why not caps letter, Montessori approach?
Because basically this set was put together based on the British school system, which starts off with the CVCs, consonant, vowel, consonant words, and they are in lowercase when they start. And that's the reason why we started with this. But it isn't an absolute, we will, that we won't develop then with alphabet letters, but that's why it started in this way. We do actually have in our retail line, we have sets which actually have letters with accents. So they are available, for example, they'll have an accented A to write città in Italian, for example. So there is a possibility, it's not just in English. The particular set we're talking about tends to be based on mother tongue learners in English, but there are accented letters as well.
Yes, actually, this is a really good question. I would like to remind that you can, as a user of Reedoc.com, you can choose to read all the contents of the platform also in capital letters, and this could help actually. Talking about the, let's say of course, not the clips, but the content of the lessons. If it's okay with you, I'm just trying to...
Well, you have that actually in later on when we start talking about the storytelling, you have it in both.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. I'll do it later though.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, is that all, Berry, for the moment?
Yes, that's all.
Okay, well, we'll move on then and talk about the story building now that we're, as I was about to, which is another set on the carrying on of the same age group. And we have some sets which are about story building, storytelling. We call it story building because we're going to build with the magic cube and the clips. And these are the first steps to storytelling, really, because this is how you can play with the clips and the magic cube. I want to take as an example the tale of the 3 little pigs. The story is told in very distinct episodes. These episodes, like chapters, are then portrayed by the kids using Magic Cube and clips, as you can see in the example there. And then Ivana's going to show you now a scene that they put together, the scene when the wolf comes along and blows down the house made of straw. The beauty is that it can be built in 2D. Okay, particular attention is given to prepositions, adjectives, and adverbs, and all the words are in bold in the booklet. The fact that you can build in 3D means that the children can learn where to put things on top of, behind, in front of, whether from the story itself or the characters. There's lots to talk about. Are you afraid of the wolf, for example, who's terrifying? Where would you be hiding? Okay. And would you change the end? Would you change a part of the story? The children can talk about their own emotions or those of the characters in the tale. There are so many clips that the kids can create alternative versions of the tale or invent a totally different story. And they have a lot of fun doing this. Apart from the Three Little Pigs, we have Jack and the Beanstalk. And then we have 8 famous nursery rhymes, which are great to learn by heart and for the kids to build the scenes using all their imagination and creativity. Here we have Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. So this is fun, so they can learn the rhyme, sing along to the rhyme, and then build the scene, tell their friends, all reinforcing it. There are lots of questions which are in the booklet as well, but of course they just come naturally to ask the children, and it stimulates class discussion. For example, Little Miss Muffet, are you afraid of spiders? There she is with her spider. Incy Wincy Spider, what do you wear when it rains? 3 blind mice. There's the farm, the farmer's wife, they're all in the clips. So have you been to a farm? And there's another thing to talk about. Chiara, so you two have the fairy tales and the nursery rhymes on Reedoc.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful. Preschool?
Preschool, yeah.
Preschool. Good. Geomag.
Okay. The Three Little Pigs, there you are.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, okay. Oh, wow. Basically, currently, Barry is me. Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay. So, as already said by Kat, we have 2 stories, The Three Little Pigs and Jack and the Beanstalk. For example, in The Three Little Pigs, please go down. Yes. Here we are. You can see the detail, let's say, split in pieces, coherent with the image that you can see. And just one sec, Barry, at the very beginning, here, okay, here. You can also download the story written in lowercase and in uppercase. You can also see that actually I shifted all the contents of the platform to be read in capital letter in this case. You see, once upon a time, etc. Now Barry is trying to download the lowercase. So you can download the story, print it out, share with children, and so on. Okay. You can see also the text-to-speech that can be used also by kids who are able in this way to listen to the story with an English voice, very pleasant English voice, I would say. And in this case, listening one again and again, they start understanding. And of course, I'm thinking about Italian native speakers. They start listening, they start understanding, they start recognizing the words, and this is a nice way to learn words and learn English at the end. So you see, the whole story is split in pieces, let's say. In this way, there is also implicitly a guide to play with magic cubes in parallel, as the images show basically what they can do with magic cubes and the clips. And then they can also start move around the pieces to change the story. And this is something that we suggest. I remember that this is what Catherine always says, leave kids experiment, change, have fun, basically, with the story. And if they don't like the wolf, they can change the wolf, or if they don't like the final of the story, they can change it or whatever. Or, as we did during the Christmas webinar, you can mix up, changing completely the fairy tale.
Yes.
Let's go to the nursery rhymes.
Yep.
Catherine said actually that they have a lot of nursery rhymes. We have presented here 3 nursery rhymes. I must say, I have chosen my favorite ones. Baba Black Sheep is the very first nursery rhymes that I learned when I was very young. So I decided to start with Baba Black Sheep. And if you go to the lesson, Barry, you can see, as usual, that once again you can see the image of Baba Black Sheep. You can hear Baba Black Sheep using the text-to-speech.
Learn Baba Black Sheep. Learn Baba Black Sheep. Bar, black sheep. Have you any wool? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full. 1 for the master and 1 for the dame, and 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane.
And of course, you can, if I remember correctly, download. Not here, not there. You go to the site with that
Here.
link. You can download here okay. You can also go directly to the website.
Yeah.
But there you can download the clips and download the nursery rhyme once again. So in this way, we have tried, let's say, to put the magic cubes and the contents of the clips on a digital platform, not only with let's say the lessons regarding numbers and words, letter and words, but also storytelling, fairy tales and nursery rhymes.
Great. Barry, any more questions?
Oh, I'll have to check. We have other fairy tales.
Yes, only one other at the moment, which is Jack and the Beanstalk, which is also Chiara has on the Reedoc.com as well.
And how many clips there are in a box?
Oh, yes, a lot. Between 140 and 170, depending. Some of the clips are very little. There's fruit and veg and things like that. But there are quite a lot of different ones. For example, going back to the 3 little pigs, there are 3 versions of the wolf, for example. Him looking menacing, him looking when he's blowing down the houses or attempting to, and then when he goes down the chimney and is burned. So this is a way that the children, obviously that helps actually make a completely different story. Because in our Christmas version, he became the friends of the pigs and went to their Christmas feast. So you know, there's all manner of things you can do. So yes, I mean, basically the idea was to give as many clips as possible so that they can actually go one step further and you know, invent their own stories. I mean, it may be that a lot of children, depending on who's with them, would prefer to start off by inventing and not following the story that's included, as it were, and then afterwards go back to that and you know, look at that. But it's, you know, there is no one way to any of this. Okay.
And is Magic Cubes and Reedoc suitable just for teachers or also for parents?
Oh, definitely for both. Definitely. I think they're interchangeable. It's good to use in groups, in a school context or a learning context, also preschool, but it's great at home as well, and particularly at the moment where there's so much time spent at home, you know, and I think it's a good way connecting up the fact that I like this project particularly. This is the first time we've done anything with a digital platform, because we're sort of religiously a practical game, but I think it's wrong. I think I've really seen a new side to this. I think that we complement each other well, and I think it's a good lesson for children and parents that to use both are good. You know, it's not that there's no and you know, playing, it's not boring. Playing is great. Whatever you're doing, you know, it's good to play. It's good to use digital platforms for playing, and it's good to use them to play with things like Geomag and practical games. So I think that, you know, this is a revelation to everybody. It works well having the same ideas, and you can switch from one to the other. I think, Chiara, I think that's...
Catherine, thank you very much. I would switch to Italian if it's okay with you.
Yes.
Sostanzialmente per suggerire magari, io immagino che ci stiano seguendo docenti ma anche qualche genitore, suggerire una lettura, La grammatica della fantasia di Rodari. Noi abbiamo detto durante questo webinar effettivamente più volte di lasciare liberi i bimbi, no? Di inventare storie, di cambiarle, di mischiarle, no? E abbiamo appunto citato un paio di volte l'esperimento che abbiamo fatto, per noi divertentissimo, ci siamo divertiti tantissimo appunto a Natale nel mischiare, no? Tutti i personaggi delle varie eclipse e così via. E anzi, complimenti ancora a voi che avete inventato la storia e l'avete realizzata. Ecco, in grammatica della fantasia Rodari suggerisce tantissimi modi di appunto inventare storie, modificarle e appunto così cambiarle, e sono modi che vengono anche facilmente recepiti dai bambini, questo lo dico anche per esperienza personale, che li aiuta a davvero pensare anche in modo diverso, strutturare quel pensiero laterale, no, di creatività, di fantasia, che poi è sempre più apprezzato, no, in questo non solo nella scuola, ma soprattutto poi nella vita reale, nel mondo del lavoro. Ed è un pensiero laterale, questa creatività, questa fantasia che va veramente esercitato fin da piccoli. Ecco, questo secondo me è un suggerimento utile, è una lettura divertente, è bellissima, super piacevole, magari insomma molti di voi già lo conoscono come libro, ed è veramente una guida all'utilizzo delle storie per giocare con i bambini e lasciarli liberi anche di giocare progredendo, proprio come percorso di apprendimento. No, ci tenevo a dirlo perché effettivamente è un grande libro, devo dire. Merita riscoprirlo e anzi sono quei tipici libri che vanno letti, riletti e tenuti un po', no, vicini, magari con i post-it, no, per riprenderli, perché è veramente un piccolo capolavoro. E poi mi viene anche insomma, l'abbiamo citata attraversando la piattaforma, ma mi fa piacere anche ricordare l'offerta speciale che abbiamo un po' montato insieme Geomag e Reedoc, che dovrebbe essere proprio un po' così diciamo l'entry level, no, di sperimentazione di Geomag e Reedoc messe insieme, no? Abbiamo proposto un'offerta speciale di un box Magic Cube di base, con abbinato appunto poi un voucher sconto per l'accesso ai contenuti Reedoc. Vi ricordo che la parte dell'infanzia è totalmente gratuita, ma poi la parte della primaria è a pagamento, in parte a pagamento, e quindi magari per i genitori che hanno più di un bimbo, magari un bimbo all'infanzia e un bimbo alla primaria, può essere veramente un dono utile.
Bene, great. That's well, thank you to you all for joining our webinar this evening, and we hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any other questions or would like any more information about our projects, please don't hesitate to contact us anyway at any time. And so that's bye from me.
Bye from me.
Thank you very much again, and goodbye everybody.
Good evening. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.